Hey, you guys want to go for a ride? You do? Well, that's funny. So do I. We're going to take the Wired Freedom out for a little cruise and check it out. I put this bag on here so I can carry a bunch of crap I'll never use. Between you and me, I'm thinking about actually taking this whole rack off, but part of me's kind of skittish about these tires because everything I own eventually gets a flat tire, especially when I first get it for some reason. But for now, we'll leave that shit wagon there, and let's go on out and go for a ride on this thing. Make sure we obey all laws, proper safety gear, stuff like that. I was going to bring water with me, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling dangerous today, so I'm not going to bring any water. I'm kind of in one of those risky moods. Who knows? Maybe you'll have some water I can borrow from you. Let's go. Fire it up. We got a full freaking battery, guys. This thing is recording, isn't it? That would suck. All right, let's put this thing in pedal assist 1. There we go. I want to obey all the laws around here. Last thing I need to do is spend time in the federal penitentiary because of some outlaw e-bike like a Wired Freedom. But as I said earlier, I'm feeling risky, so let's jack this thing up let's go to 4 for now. I got a truck backing out here. Not really heading anywhere today special. We're just boogieing around. I've got to admit something, my friends. I still barely have, let's take a look here. I have 98 miles on this thing, so I have not been riding it as much as I hope to. Problem is that I kind of got a lot of other things I play with, a lot of other hobbies and interests, and they kind of usurp the day, so to speak. I mean, sometimes I wish days were 36 hours long. I could get more done, goof around with a lot more stuff, but that would suck if I had to work for a living. Yeah, we don't want that stuff. Heck no. Let's go see what's going on at the park. Look both ways before crossing. I probably should put this thing in a lower gear. Not a whole lot going on out here. Had some good rains 2 nights ago. Everything looks like it's kind of drying out, which is fine with me because, I'm just not a mud guy. Some people love mud, but I find mud just a big pain in the ass when it comes to cleaning. And I like to keep my stuff in good condition. Why? Because I spent a lot of time doing a job that I really didn't care to do. Most days of the week, I'd rather just goof off than go to work. And I did that for 3 decades to pay for this stuff. And out of that little scenario, I like to keep things respectful, make them last as long as possible. That's just me, though. So yeah, I don't like mud. Make this thing off-road a little bit. I mean, this bike is... Don't ask me why I've only had 98 miles on it, because this thing is just so much fun. I mean, if I was on a regular bike right now, I'd just be all struggling to pedal, downshifting, all this stuff. These are little hills that I'm on, and they're probably not coming through on camera. But like, you see this thick grass field up here? I mean, the only thing I've got to worry about out here is dog shit. I mean, but we're just cooking through here. Almost like it's just a big carpeted playground. These little hills here. Oh my gosh, I'm a senior citizen, but for some reason I feel like I'm 15. Don't ask me what's going on here, but that's just how I feel. I'm 15, I'm on a BMX bike, and I've got freaking thighs the size of locomotive pistons, just ripping through here. People are like, probably can't tell it's an electric bike. They're like, look at that dude, he must be like on steroids or something. Riding through that grass like nothing. All right, traffic's kind of cleared out, so let's boogie this way. Where we want to go today? Let's kind of shoot up this way a little bit. Seems like my camera keeps falling down, so I'm gonna stop here for a second, see if I can make that right. Probably got nothing but shitty videos so far. Look both ways here, looks good to me. Oh, there's a Starbucks, better watch out. Every goofball in the world's jonesing for their stuff, may come out of here like a mad, crazy driver. So, well, I look safe today. Tighten this camera a little bit, make sure it stays up. I hope I captured that other video rolling through that park. Here's a nice car. Probably one of those replica Cobras, which actually are pretty cool. I'd rather have a replica than an actual Cobra. If I had an actual Cobra, I'd be afraid to drive it, devalue it. But if you have a replica, something with no matching numbers, all that crap, you can just beat the hell out of those things and not worry about it. Yeah, a lot of traffic out this morning, huh? We got one of these new restaurants, it's called First Watch. And oh my God, it's just nuts. It's one of those places that's only open for breakfast and lunch, and it's kind of one of those foo-foo kind of, you know, where you find a lot of yuppies hanging out, or younger yuppies, or whatever you call them, hipsters. And I've been there, it's actually pretty good food, but man, it's just, you gotta watch out, because people come out of that place just like when they come out of Starbucks all jacked up. Let's cruise over this way. Right on the big streets with our big bike, right? Let's head over to college, see what's going on over here. Who knows, maybe we'll learn something. Anyway, in case you're wondering, in case you've never seen any videos I have, I'm riding a Wired Freedom Cruiser. Not a cruiser, I'm sorry, the Wired Freedom, which is the full suspension electric bike. And fair warning to repeating what I said in the other video, in case you people have already seen it. I stumbled upon this bike after looking for about a year and a half for a bike that's got some balls to it. All your typical offerings, your Hemingways, your Rad Rovers, things of that nature, that just wasn't up my alley. I'd just as soon ride a pedal bike than have one of those. A nice lightweight, thin tire pedal bike would be my choice if I had to ride one of those Hemingways, Rads, or some of them other brands. You know what I'm talking about. Here we are, we're booking what, 36 miles an hour? 38? 39? 40? 41? See, that's what I'm talking about, my friends. If you're a gearhead like me, and you're not the kind of guy or girl that's gonna buy some pedestrian vehicle. I mean, you wouldn't be seen dead in a Nissan Altima. No offense to you Nissan Altimas, I get it. Everybody needs to have a set of wheels to get around, but I'm just saying, that's just not my style. It may not be your style either. Heck, it may not be your style and you still got to drive one for economic reasons. I respect that. I'm just saying, I like power. And not to say this thing's some dragster or something. Heck, I'd love to see the power in this thing doubled from where it's at now. I'd click my heels in the air, and I'm pretty fat and old, and I'd probably still manage to click my heels in the air if I had double this power. It couldn't have stop sign, you must stop, okay? You won't play around, you know, be all California stoppy and stuff. You start doing California stops, and that's gonna do nothing but encourage California laws, and before you know it, you won't be afford to live anywhere. Anyway, we're over here at the ASU West campus, and let's go ahead and put this thing on pedal assist 3. They do have campus police, and I'm kind of already on their wanted list for parking here without a permit, so I don't want to encourage any more additional, you know, trouble. But actually, it's a beautiful campus. I bought my house specifically because it was close to this campus, and I've always found that generally, at least where I'm at, properties that are close to a university generally hold their value, if not increase, you know, and that's kind of what's happened. Of course, you bought a house 20 years ago and it didn't increase, you really screwed up. I think pretty much everybody's had that pleasure and luxury, if you're lucky enough to get a house. If you're a younger person and you want a house, you will eventually get one. You just got to stay focused. Got to do a lot of things you don't want to do, like go to work, and I get that. I was that way too. It pays off in the end, though. As you can tell, it's a pretty cool place here. It's all made of block and brick. I like that. I like that stout kind of look, you know. No stucco and plaster here, Chickamauer. Downshift it. Put on pedal assist 2. But yeah, they got cool fountains over here. Nice ambiance. Hopefully the camera's still rolling. Yeah, I guess it is. Hey, how about that? Usually when I make videos, and I made a few, I've had a couple channels over the years, but it seems like half the time I do my best work and just to find out the camera's off, and I just can't replicate the moment. I'm sure that's gonna happen sometime today. If it hasn't happened already when I went zooming through that park. A nice little pool here. I mean, if I ever become homeless, I know where I can come get a quick bath. And here, check this out. This is one of the cool things about this campus, if I can highlight, is this building here is like, that's a gym. That is just a double-story gym. I mean, it's got tons, it's got millions of dollars worth of equipment in it. It's just massive. Just massive. Over here's a bunch of eateries for the students, and I guess general population too as well. Got like a Chick-fil-A and think of Papa John's, a few other things like that. But here's another view of that gym. Check that thing out. Freaking massive, isn't it? I had to put Planet Fatness to shame. I mean Planet Fitness to shame. Hey, I can say Planet Fatness because I'm fat. Let's go. Oh, nice little overhang here. Adjust my camera, pardon me. Little courtyard over here, tables. Can hang out here and, you know, plot the next insurgents or some sort of an uprising if you're into that kind of thing. Sit here with your buddies, have some coffee. Or if you're like me, you just get yourself a wired freedom and go ride around the tables like we just did. I tell you, you know, when I get on this thing, like right now, what's shooting through my head again is how the heck do I only have 98 miles on this thing, you know? I mean, how does something like that happen? Because it's just such a blast. Such a blast. And, you know, I probably would have a lot of fun on like your Rad Rovers or Hemiways or some of them other. I can't even think of the names of them. That's how much I care about them. I probably have an okay time on them too, but I'd be haunted by the fact that knowing this bike was out here for sale and I could have got this one. You know, I'm already kind of looking at that. What's that one everybody's jacked up about now? The Goat. That looks cool. It does, but to me it looks more like a motorcycle, and I want something that's more less conspicuous. You know, I like the bicycle look. But I tell you what, I'd still love to get a hold of a Goat. Heck yeah, let's do it, just to play with. But no, I'm not gonna buy one. You know, that's just it. I see a lot of these guys on YouTube and girls on YouTube, but they test all these bikes, and I think to myself, I mean, don't you kind of want to park your car in the garage? Instead, you got a row of all these bikes, and that's kind of cool and all, but I wouldn't like that. I feel like I have too much stuff as it is. I got Corvettes laying around, I got RC cars, I need to get into my guitar collection and amps. Last thing I need is like, 1,500 bikes that I'm trying out. But, you know, if it pays the bills, it's not a bad gig to have, I'll tell you that. One of the things, I tell you, and this is gonna be silly, when I found the Wired Freedom, I thought, okay, there's a little power. Yeah, maybe I'll get one. And what made me go from maybe I'll get one to I'm buying it, and it's gonna sound silly, it's these bars. I don't want to be laying down all crunched over. You know, it's these bars are really what sold the deal, because yeah, you could change bars on another bike, but the problem is, are the cables long enough? You know, and I'm kind of like, if I ride a motorcycle, I'd like to ride a big chopper. Not super aped up or anything, but, you know, I want to sit up and look around, not lean over, have to tilt my neck back, and then look left to right at things. You know what I mean? But the bars are the thing that said, okay, I'm in. Where do we get this? I'm in. So you may feel the same way, or you may actually like to lay down and ride traditional, and I get that. It's cool. Let's go. Let's downshift. Let's put it on pedal assist 3. Well, it's down to 2. How about that? Let's go to 3. Go down this way. Show you ASU West. They've got quite an expansive solar farm over here, so let's go check it out. And I think they're expanding it. I don't know if you can see that over there. Just a couple acres of solar panels. Get this thing moving. I took this bike out yesterday and took it down to about 57 volts, and still did pretty good. I didn't see any real drop. I think the most I could do was 35. Downshift a little bit. Yeah, there's that solar farm. Hey, you eco types, you should be looking at this thing just completely rejoicing. Just a sea of them. I don't know what they use that. I don't know if they kick that back into the grid or they use it for their own purposes. But either way, it's kind of cool. I'd rather have this solar farm here than have them put more dorms or houses, because people don't live in solar farms, and it doesn't contribute to population density. And that's another good reason to live next to a university if you can pull it off. Keeps population density down a little bit, you know? Anyway, hope you're enjoying this ride. I am. I'm sorry you have to just sit there and watch this through a screen. I mean, but hey, if you're watching this far, chances are you watch these kind of videos. And I do too, I'll be honest with you. That's why I kind of make this video right now. Watch, this is where I'm gonna get my flat tire, my first one. I have some slime for the tires, but guess what? It's in the bottle sitting in my garage. So yeah, a lot of good it's gonna do me there when these tires blow out. And of course, they won't blow out until I get the furthest part from my house. Anyway, where we want to go now? We've kind of seen the campus. I think what I'll do is maybe cut the video out here and see if I can find something of interest for us. You cool with that? You want to hang around for that? All right, hold on. Hold on, just wait. Don't get all uppity on me. Yeah, we're recording again. Yeah, I just turned it back on. I just wanted to kind of highlight the fact that one thing that's so cool about these bikes, it doesn't even have to be wired freedom. It just any electric bike is, man, the wind. Just riding against the wind, but you can see the flags over there doing pretty good. Hopefully I'm capturing the dang flags. But yeah, riding against the wind, just like oh gosh, pardon my pun, but it's kind of a breeze, you know? Look at that. Just, the only problem with the wind is it's just hitting me, but it's not slowing me down. I'm not acting like an anti-sail, you know? Y'all want to do a little off-road single track here? I don't, sorry. Nah, just kidding, let's do it. It's kind of a cheese ball single track. I mean, oh, watch out for that thing. Jeez Louise. It's not like super hardcore Moab kind of thing. It's more just like, you know, just showcasing. The suspension on this is pretty good, but I tell you, like for a track like this, and if you look at the texture of it, what's really doing the suspension work? It's the tires. It's really the tires that's making this thing feel like an absolute plush 1968 Coupe de Ville, you know? That's got off-road capabilities, of course. I don't think they ever made an off-road Coupe de Ville, did they? Boy, that would be a beast. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, maybe not so much for you, but hey, I'm having a good time. Hey, one of us has got to have a good time, right? Well, I volunteer. I got an idea. Let's go up here. Whoa! Ooh, a lot of ruts on that one. But it seems to hold together. Y'all want to go to McDonald's? Yeah, no, me either, man. Me either. Had enough of that as a kid. We'll head across the street. Looks like there's some action over here. Let's go right over here, see what's going on at the Martin Auto Museum and Event Center. Oh, it's car day. I better put this thing on a pedal assist 1. Last thing I need to do is slam into some, like, I don't know, her stoles or something that's been pristinely taken care of for decades. Just to have some loser on a Wired Freedom slamming the quarter panel and total it. See anything you like? Is that one of those Nash Metropolitans, that red one right there? Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's like a square body Volkswagen car. And just sticking a V10 in that Nash Metropolitan, man. Supercharged V10. Oh, there's bikes over here. Let's go see what they got. See if they have any rad rovers that, you know, go from 0 to 20 in about, I don't know, a couple weeks.
We were talking to a gentleman early this morning while we were setting up, and he said he really enjoyed going out to Nancy's car shows. So we got to dedicate this next song because it kind of
nice stuff.
Like
nice stuff here.
Got the long beard, got the hat.
Bikes are for sale, guys. I better get out of here before I get some sort of a copyright. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think of that. I'm probably going to get smoked on a copyright because of the background music. I might have to cut the sound out. But I'll try not to make it too boring for y'all. Or maybe I will, just for the fun of it. Is this camera still on? Hey, it's still on. How about that? I don't know. YouTube has, I think they have like an AI thing to where they can actually remove the background music, but they'll probably remove my commentary, which is, you know, probably, you know, not as cool as the music. So I think it'll all work out in the end once I get this thing compiled, edited, and, you know, that kind of thing. Where to now? Well, I'm gonna go up to the light up here and go back across the street and then probably start heading home. Oh, Casey Jones, better watch your speed here. Yeah, I don't want to be hitting this little turn here at 40. You always got to watch your traffic too, man. When I drive or ride, I expect the worst in people. I expect them to drift into my lane. I expect left turners to pull out in front of me, right turners. I expect the worst, guys. And it's kept me alive. And always remember that if you're out here in the wilds, you know. All right, I guess we're not gonna get this little turn, are we? May have to do a J crossing here. I'd have a Wired Freedom long before I had to ride a bus for a living. I'd be like, you know what, if I need to get somewhere, I want to get there on my own. I want to sit in some big old long tube with a bunch of mouth breathers. Yeah, I'd be a mouth breather too, but hey, it's better just to be your own mouth breather than to be surrounded by them. About 60, probably 68, 69 degrees right now. I'm just riding with a light jacket, as you can tell. And yeah, so I see an option here for some J crossing. Don't do this at home, my friends. I don't need you saying I'm responsible for your little stint in the penitentiary because you were, you know, J crossing. Do as I say, not as I do now. Stop sign. You want to stop for that. Yeah, you definitely, you see stop sign, the red, you know, hey, just because you're on a bike doesn't mean you have these open, you know, outlaw, you know, kind of thing. You're a part of society, you need to act like it, you know? Let's go this way. Now we're back to ASU in case you didn't notice. How long is this video anyway? I think I'm really, I'm gonna have to edit out all this. I think I'll just delete this whole thing. That'll be the best edit I could do for everybody. Just delete the video and don't post it. Oh God, you see that? Running my mouth. Well, now I can't delete it. Now I'm acting like the tool. Oh, you gotta be careful. Speaking of tools, we got a Starbucks right here, so you gotta watch out. People come bursting out of there at 70 miles an hour, you know, dart in front of you as they're all jacked up on caffeine. Hey, let's see if this, how this Wired Freedom climbs out of this loading port. It's probably about 15 degree hill. Let's see. All right, let's see what we can do. Oh, not a problem. Not a problem, guys. Did I ever tell you what, you know, one of the dangers of riding your typical e-bike, you know, the 20 mile an hour thing? 28 if you got the wind to your back. One of the dangers, at least for me, is crashing. And, you know, the reason I crash is because I'd probably fall asleep while riding that slow bike. I mean, I could see it. I would simply doze the F off, okay? And next thing you know, I'd probably end up with a closed head injury, all because I was riding some, you know, class 2, maybe class 3 bike. And I'm not gonna take the risk. I'm all about safety. And to me, safety is making sure I've got some sort of machine that keeps me on my toes, keeps me awake, you know what I mean? So, I'm gonna head on back, post this video. Yeah, with that, guys, I'm gonna leave you. You're watching Ruger's Last Resort, and if you're still watching, I'm glad you did. Stay tuned, we'll probably post some more videos. I'm not gonna say on any one subject because I'm not here for money. I'm not here for a job. I already worked in my life, I'm done working. So we're gonna just do whatever we want. We got some Corvette updates coming up, and I might do a couple reviews on a couple vets, what it's like to own them. And so that'll be it. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you real soon.